Hey everybody, it's Charmel. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here with my best friends, Misha.
Hello.
And Janae.
Hey.
And so basically we're going to have some good old girl talk. This video is going to be similar to how I do my tea talk videos, where I have a topic and I just kind of discuss it. Except this time I'm going to be doing with my friends. So I'm going to read a question. This question is actually, it's a thread that was posted on the Shade Room. And I feel like it relates to us a lot because we are in our late 20s. So I don't think I'm going to read the full thread, but I am going to read the original question and some of the responses. The question states, should you give your partner an ultimatum for a proposal? My guy's girlfriend just gave him an ultimatum. They've been dating for 7 years. She's 26, he's 30. She says he has 4 months to put a ring on it or that's it. You can't force a man to propose, can you? Here's some of the responses. So one person says she's desperate. Another person, you see desperation in spending 7 good years in a relationship and it's not as if anything is even guaranteed. Desperation in getting married, not dating. Sometimes people want to sort themselves out before getting married, make money, or buy a house first. I recently met a girl that's 33. She said she dated one guy for 10 years and finally, when things were good, he went and married another girl. If only she had given him an ultimatum like this while she was 26 or 27. So, what do you guys think? Should you give your partner an ultimatum for a proposal?
Well, honestly, I believe with the man's perspective, he don't really know himself at a young age. So I believe after 25 years old and up, you should know if you want to marry this person. I say you give them 3 years to be in a relationship. And I got this advice from Tony Gaskin. It made perfect sense that they can get to know you fully in 3 years and shouldn't have to take that long, especially if you know that you want to be with that person after the age of 25. So you really going to wait an additional 10 years waiting around and then he just leave you for someone else? So I don't know. I don't think you should really give them an ultimatum. I believe the man should know within 3 years if he wants to marry you or not. And if not, he just holding on to you.
I would say no, because it takes away the authenticity of it.
Right.
You know, if I give you an ultimatum and I'm just doing it because you want me to versus me wanting to, I don't know how anybody can put a limit or a
time frame.
Yeah, a time frame on when you do it, because you never know. A guy may want to know, knows that he wants to marry you a few months after y'all get together, but maybe he don't have the money for the ring he may think you want, or you never know. So I feel like it's better to just have a conversation to see where both of you guys are at mentally and then go from there versus just saying you got 4 months to pop the question or I'm done with you. That's crazy to me.
So yeah, I'm kind of in that boat too. Again, yeah, I don't believe in ultimatums because I feel like with an ultimatum, essentially you're trying to, it's you're trying to backdoor your way in. So it's I'm trying to do X, Y, Z to get this result. And like you said, it takes away from the authenticity of what marriage is supposed to. And for me, I don't want to feel like I have to force a man to marry me. If you want to be with me, then I want it to be mutual. I want it to be, this is what we both want, and you're not doing it just to basically please me. So then, what Misha was saying about the 3 years,
yeah.
I don't know. I kind of used to feel like that, where it's I feel like people always try to put a time limit on when someone should or shouldn't be ready. I guess I'm at a point now where I feel like your 20s are definitely your selfish years. I used to always talk about, oh yeah, I'm gonna be married by 25. I think age plays a factor into it. I definitely feel like once you get to your late 20s, you guys should, and if you've been together for a while, you definitely should be talking about so where do we see our relationship within the next 5 years? But I don't want to say within 3 years that you should know you want to marry me and that we should be getting married. So many people that's wanting marriage, but for me it's the older I get, I definitely want to get married. I definitely want to have a family, but I always have to ask myself, why do I want to get married? Like, those are big things. I feel like a lot of people just get married for a status thing, but they don't really understand what it takes to really be in a marriage. Women want to have the wedding and all that, but they don't really know what it takes to be a wife. And I definitely think that when a man knows, he knows, but I don't think that as women, we can kind of force them into knowing and when it's time.
Don't want to force them into knowing. So how long do you think you should wait until you get into, so you're in a relationship, y'all in a 13-year relationship, you passed 25 years old, how long are you going to stay with this guy?
So for me, I definitely think I want to get, I see marriage starting in the 30s. I don't think anyone in their 20s, like, if you know this is what you want to do in your 20s, then go for it. But for me personally, I don't see myself being married before I'm 30. So definitely I'm not telling people to wait 13 years if you with this man and it's like, oh yeah, we finally, do you want to be with me? Do you don't want to be with me? I think where a lot of people make the mistake is in your dating stage. Like, when you're dating a person, that's your time to really get to know them. And a lot of times people think that just because a relationship is going good, that it's automatically going to lead to marriage. And people don't have conversations about marriage before a relationship gets serious. Some men will, I've had to say, like, I never see myself being married. Like, I don't want to be married. And a lot of people overlook that. But I think that that's what happens, and that's why a lot of people get stuck in these relationships for 10 plus years, because they just in it because, oh, it's not bad, but it's not necessarily leading to marriage either. I feel like after you're 30, then maybe, okay, now it's time to put time limits on it to say, like, okay, you know, you don't have to marry me within this time, but I am looking to get married. So if we're not heading in that direction, then I'm going to remove myself and start to fall back a little, because we're not going in the direction where I want to go. That's
so then you waste all that time.
You just have to have that conversation. Like, at some point, you start having that conversation. Like, yeah, I'm dating. It's like dating is one thing, but then it's like there's a point, like especially for me, where I just got to the fact where it's like, yeah, I'm still dating, but now I'm dating for, you know, some long term. Like, it's not just we on some hit it and quit it, or we just gonna dress alike and look cute on Instagram. It's like, if you're not looking forward to marriage or a long term relationship with me, then I'm not gonna waste my time, because time doesn't wait for anybody. But I'm never gonna be like, you got 4 months to propose to me, or I'm done. Like, that's not how you go about it. That's immature, and that's how you know she's not ready.
I just don't look at it as wasted time, like, because I know it kind of feels like wasted time, but my thing is, like, even if you did spend 10 years, 7 years, however many years with this person, if they weren't bad years, like if it wasn't a toxic relationship, it's not, you didn't get what you wanted in the end, but were they 7 bad years? You get what I'm saying? Right. Like, it's time, but it's like, if these 7 years wasn't with you, what else would I have been doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, if these
probably with a nigga that want to marry.
Possibly, that's possible, but you could have just been still out here just dating, and you still would have, like, 7 years, time doesn't guarantee that you're gonna have what you want in the end.
I think part of it is, like, influence too. Like, I would like to talk to her and just to see where she getting this idea from, because, you know, she could have friends that are getting married at this age, and, you know, it's just like kind of almost like peer pressure, where you just feel like, I gotta do this right now, and that's not what it is. Like, your relationship is not the same as everybody else. It may take some people 2 months, it may take some people 10 years, it may take some people 2 years. It don't matter. Like, you can't compare your situation to other people's situation, and I think that's the issue too. It's just people are just like,
they in a hurry because they feel like this is what they're supposed to be doing. And I definitely, like, within the last year or two, like, I kind of had to refocus myself, because it's like you feel like you're supposed to be doing certain things, and so when you're not doing those certain things, you kind of feel inadequate, or you feel like, what's wrong with me? Like, what am I not doing right? And then sometimes it's just like, it's just simply not your turn yet. Like, when it's your time, it will happen. You don't have to force it. I think, like, if you're trying to force something, like, it's just not gonna work.
It's not.
You might have to do some work to make it happen, but the work that you putting in, it should flow.
Right.
If you forcing something, it like,
for sure not.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm proposed to you in 4 months. It's gonna be the ring that you don't want. Then you're gonna have a little bootleg wedding that you don't want, and then it's just like a domino effect. Like it's not gonna be what you want if you force. Like it's just.
I never want to feel like, okay, I give this guy this ultimatum. He nigga's stupid, so he do it. he gonna do it and just propose. And let's say y'all get married, right? But I don't want to have any doubts. Like, does my husband did he like really want to marry me, or did he just marry me because I told him he had 4 months to do so?
And I promise you, he did it just because
you had 4 months, right? And I don't want to be in that situation where I have to like doubt my marriage or doubt the love.
My thing is, why should it take so long? If you know that's the person that you want to be with, why should it be an extended years?
Like, because she was like 19 when they got together.
So I can see her.
And it's like 19.
Yeah, that's super young. I'm saying after maybe the age after 25, maybe you can think about it and wait an additional 3 years.
But it's a conversation. I feel like it's like, babe, what we doing? Versus you got 4 months to put a ring on it and I'm done. Like it's growth and maturity. You just gotta know how to approach the situation. It's not an ultimatum type situation.
Yeah, like
it's a adult conversation. Like, are we doing this or are we not? And that's fine. Yeah. But you can't go like you got 30 days.
But that's 30 days.
And this is no more. Like, wait a minute now.
What is it about marriage that you feel like you have to do it right now with this person, and because you have all these years? Like, what makes you think that?
Because if we think of the religion side, your marriage will be covenant, and if you can't just be out here having sex with anybody,
I've been having
every
7 years. You know what? A couple more years ain't gonna hurt.
Like, if you want to do it the right way, that's how I see it.
And I agree with that. Like, I understand that perspective, but I just feel like, I don't know, because when you think of marriage and like the evolution of marriage, like, we think of our grandparents and stuff, they was getting married because, like, that's just what they do. That's what you're supposed to do.
And but my wife, and I'm going to take care of her. I'm going to work, and she's going to stay home and raise my kids. And it's not like that.
That's what I'm saying. Society has evolved so much. It's like, yes, I want to get married to you, but it's like so much stuff I can do now. To where it's like, I feel like marriage used to be like a safety net. They didn't do nothing back in the day. Like for real. Like when you think of our grandparents, they used to work, go home and take care of their family. Like we have the option to go to work. We have the option to like enjoy hobbies and things that we do in our free time. We have the option to like further our education. We have the options to really travel now. And we also have the option to where it's like we don't have to force marriage. So it's like we can take our time to get to know a person and really like build a real foundation. Not to say our grandparents didn't have foundations, but I think that their foundations were built on something different than what we can build on. Their foundations were built on just security. We can build a foundation out of like real, true, genuine love and build legacies for our children. I definitely see the religious side. It's like, okay, yeah, I definitely. But then again, I feel like that's a negative though.
Religion, we all going to hell.
If you want to get married just so that you can have guilt-free sex, is that what you? Because that's why I feel like when it comes to religion and getting married, that's what the biggest thing. Like, I want to be able to have guilt-free sex. I want to be able to have sex and not feel guilty and not feel like I'm sinning. Versus, I want to get married because I want to build and grow with this person.
But so, what I just don't get, so how long does it take for you to get to know somebody? How long is it going to take for you to get to know somebody?
It takes a long, because like,
it don't take
I think it can take a long time.
So what's a long time for you?
No, because I've been in multiple relationships where marriage was the goal, and we talked about it, and it was going to be, but it just didn't happen. And it's just like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm talking to somebody right now, and it's like, I can see me marrying this person, and it's like, we're both on the same page. Like, I'm not just talking to you because I'm on some I'm just trying to have a good time for right now. It's like eventually, you know, it'll get more serious and we'll go to marriage. But it's like, it's just, you reach that point in maturity where you're able to have that conversation with somebody and it's okay. And it's not like, it wasn't like we gonna be married in a year or we got 2 years. It was just like, that's what we're working for. And if that's not what you're trying to do, then I'm not gonna waste my time.
So
and that's okay.
So you guys discuss it. Like, yeah, we want to eventually want to get married. Yeah. How long y'all niggas gonna wait? If this nigga proposed to you 15 years later, are you only happy?
No, I'm definitely not waiting 15 years.
No. There is.
But there is. So what is the time limit?
I want to know the perfect. What is
there is?
I don't think
everybody's different.
That's how I feel too. Because I don't know. Maybe it's just my dating experience. One guy I dated for like 2 years. We weren't like in a serious way. We just really casually dated for 2 years. But after the 2 years ended, like y'all saying, like after a certain amount of time you should know. But after 2 years, I still don't feel like I knew him. Like all the conversations we had were so surface that I still don't feel like I knew this person. A lot of people will date people and like, just like I said, everything is very surface. So what do you like to do? What do you don't like to do? But people don't talk about like, oh, I experienced this in my life. So when you come at me this way, then it triggers something in me and then I respond like X, Y, Z. Okay, I hear that. I acknowledge that. So how do we talk as two people and figure out how do we operate in the same space to where we can move past that? Because a lot of people don't have those conversations and they have these surface level conversations, and then once something big happens and they're faced to deal with these deeper issues, it ends because they didn't spend the time to really get to know each other. Like, time is one thing. Like, we spend time all day just doing anything, but if that time isn't spent really getting to know somebody, communication, and like really diving into all those traumatic things that nobody wants to talk about, then it's just time. It don't mean nothing. I don't mean that after 2 years you know this person.
Exactly. That's why I feel like if you really like that person in the beginning, if you can see a future with them, you guys need to talk about that.
But a lot of people get stuck in that honeymoon stage where it just feels good and you don't have to talk about it.
Okay, so how about this? Because, like, it's, like, the religion part and then, like, the back in the day part and, like, all this together. So, like, my grandma, for instance, like, anytime me and my girl cousins are talking... Children. Sorry. So, anytime me and, like, my girl cousins are talking to somebody and she just always come in, like, it ain't gonna be no shacking up and this and that and the third. And then it kind of puts that pressure on you, too. So, my thing is I feel like... Do you really learn about a person, or can you really see the real person if you... Because I feel like living with somebody, you really get that real, authentic, real them. Like, they wake up that one morning and they just ain't feeling it, or whatever it is. Like, I feel like for me, I feel like that's important, because it's different when we can come together and we can chit-chat, we could go out, or we can come and spend a few hours at my house and you spend a few hours at my house, blah, blah, and we go to our separate places. But when we gotta wake up together every day and we just in each other's space every day, I feel like that is kind of, like, important with getting to know somebody. And it's kind of like Misha said about religion, it's like, half of me is like, no, you can't be shacking up, it's not what you're supposed to do. But the other half is like, I need to know what this nigga is like when he wake up in the morning, because, like, I need to know the real, like, the
before
real, you can see the real somebody when you live with them and you just see them, like, in their natural, like, habitat versus me getting cute and getting ready for you to come over here and we just chilling for a little bit and then you leave. Like, I think that's important too. So, like, what you think about, like, that type of thing?
I feel you on that. My dad didn't want me shacking up.
I don't think any of our parents want us to shack up.
But it's just so...
I mean, I get it. I definitely get it. And I definitely think that you learn people on a different level when you really live with them. And you guys are operating in the same space all the time. But I do feel like the motive is different. Because it's like, if you shacking up, you know at any point this nigga get on my nerves, I can leave. Like, we can end this right now. If we 6 months in and I'm not feeling this, then I'm throwing in the towel. First of all, people not shacking up just because they want to play house these days. People shacking up because rent is out of control.
Nigga, that too.
Let me just say that. But I do feel like if you skip the shacking up and if you wait till you're married to live with a person, I definitely don't know if I would be able to do it. But I do feel like the motive is different because you guys have already made these vows to one another. So when you do have issues, I feel like you're more willing to find a solution. Whereas if you don't have a vow with somebody and y'all just shacking up, like when you get tired of that person, it's just like, bye. I'm done with it.
But if you don't sleep with the fan,
how we gonna live together?
We're gonna live together. Because I sleep with the fan.
You're gonna be single for
and I have to shut off the fans to sleep with this nigga.
I know, I turn the fan off. But it's okay though.
We really got fan issues. We like white noise.
But no, the only reason why I did it is because he really got sick. The first time
he got the pneumonia.
He really did catch a whole ass cold and I feel real bad. And I was like, I'm immune to it.
Hella mad at him like fucking.
Listen, eventually he'll become immune to it too. Goddammit. Don't give your dude an ultimatum. Just have a real grown up conversation and just see where his head at. And if y'all not matching, then then you can go your separate ways.
Like I feel like if you reach the point in your relationship where you feel like you have to give an ultimatum and you have to put like a time limit on it, then I feel like at that point you're already kind of halfway out the door. So it's like, if that's what it is, just leave and be happy. Or not even leave, but just tell your partner, like, this relationship is not heading in the direction in which I originally saw it as. I don't know where your head is at. Here's where I'm at. I feel like if we're not moving in that direction, then let me start to pull back a little bit, because that's what I want, and I don't want to get stuck in here when this is not what I really want. Y'all got any last closing remarks?
So when do you think you should bring up marriage when y'all start talking?
I feel like early,
real early.
Because you can scare people off.
Like, there's a way to open up the conversation without it being so forceful. Like, you could just be like, so how do you feel about marriage? What are your views on marriage? Do you ever see yourself being married?
Right.
And things like that. And they'll give you an answer. And then you make sure you clearly say, like, definitely I want to be married one day. I want to be a wife. And then I feel like after you open the door, then you can kind of figure out how you want to move from there.
All right, move smart, y'all. I'll be like me with a nigga for hella long. Nothing happened.
Not too hokey.
Nothing happened. Or they propose to you just to hold on to you.
No, we don't play those
and then
games.
You gotta throw the ring.
Because number one had his ring on layaway for a long time. A
Still
long
making
time,
payments.
honey. And I was just like, you're not the one though.
It happens, y'all.
It's all good. Just don't feel pressured from society.
Be truthful, y'all.
All right.
Gang.
Alright guys, so thank you all for watching. Definitely leave a comment down in the comment section and join the conversation. Do you guys believe in giving your partner an ultimatum? If you enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like this, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss an upload. And follow us all on Instagram, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!